of God uses metaphors and symbols, images, which is the language of the soul. So in today's gospel, he uses a wonderful image that touches the heart of all of us adults, and that is the image of a little child. Pick whatever age you like. I seem to think around the age of 3 or 4. But I'd like to reflect on 3 qualities that I have observed in my nieces and nephews and grandnieces and nephews that are so touching and so endearing about children. First one is humility. You know, little kids know who they are, and they don't apologize for it. You know, it is what it is. Any upon what age, they'll poop in their pants, pee in their pants. It's like, this is who I am, you know. Make no bones about it. And so we as adults are called to have a similar sense of humility, not in that literal way, but the sense of stop playing games pretending that we're not such and such. In other words, to live, as Thomas Merton said, from the true self, the essential person that we are. Secondly, little children have this amazing, almost dangerous sense of trust. They have no limitations. Whether it's climbing on something that's high and they go, oh my God, they're going to fall off, and hurt themselves, or trusting the unknown, the mysterious, but certainly trusting mom and dad. And let's face it, most parents admit, I don't know what I'm doing. Just kind of going with the flow. And yet this is the type of quality we're supposed to have too. And we're supposed to trust the unknown, the unseen, the unimaginable, what we call ultimate mystery, or God. And finally, children have this very touching docility. They have this willingness and ability to just kind of give themselves over to be formed by others. Typically, it's adults in their life. We too, as children of God, are to be docile in God's abundant love, to allow God to do God's work in us and through us. And when we do that, the strange thing about it is we truly are able to experience the joy that God plans for us. We experience the deep peace that belongs to us as God's children. We experience the hope that even in difficult, challenging, seemingly impossible situations, you recognize, yep, God's here. So what are you supposed to do then? What's our responsibility as adults? Well, besides having these 3 attitudes, it seems to me the primary work we are to do is to work to allow or to permit this flow of undying, abundant love to pass through us. That's why that last little pericope is at the end of this gospel. It seems out of place, but it's there to remind us, listen, God loves you so much that God's willing to leave the whole flock here and go after just you. That's the great love that God has for us. And remember that when you're feeling lost and downtrodden and forgotten and picked on, the whole thing, because we all do from time to time, God still loves me. With, without makeup, with, without clothes, God loves us as we are. To accept that, that's the good news. And to live in that and to share that, that's how we evangelize others. And that's why St. Maximilian Maria Kolbe is a saint. He did it in the harshest of climates. Can't we do the same here at the ACC? Can't you do the same in your family, in your neighborhood? Each of the places that we're put there by God because God believes in you. And as God's child, you can live from that place of humility, trust, and docility, and to allow that love to flow through you, not just once in a while, not just at Mass, but every moment,